On, then they go off. It will be the start of the race.
哇，開始，哎呀，張浩江慢咗少少，哇，可能後邊有個藍色車飆咗上嚟喎，呢個邊個嚟嘅先？你見係澳門嘅車手喎。
Absolutely fantastic.
係啦，睇睇邊先，兩個幾啦，因為後邊搶上嚟嘅。
So from 4th place on the grid.
哇！我哋睇睇呢個過頭先嗰度嗰啲石屎層啫，冇問題嘅。
其實三呢下咧都係
好講技術嘅，
技術真係好緊要，因為彈嘅第一招下咧真係唔係個個可以次次彈到咁好啊。
係啦，同個時間都要學咗搶住個林偉雄啊！哎呀，呢度已經大鑊啦，哎呀，大鑊，好大鑊，哎，紅旗緊啦，唔使睇啦。 打橫擺喺度，哇！碌都飛啦呢個，哦，哇！唔見咗，起碼我諗6架車喺呢度，前面都撞咗行咗出去。
咁咧，事緣咧就3號車范保羅啊，香港車手啊，佢揸架 Toyota A101咧就發生意外，咁啊打橫咧後邊嘅車就避唔到啊，後邊啲車你睇接晒啊啲車，
咁啊30有波反。
頭先我已經話唔想講話呢啲事情發生，我話會好刺激。
哇！橫咗啊！嗰度睇已經有車橫咗，係。 哇！另外嗰邊可能嗱兩架一齊失控，可能其實較早少少嗰度咧未影到嗰度已經開始有意外㗎啦。
其實我見到神咗嘅車已經係擺橫咗㗎啦。
係啦，即係可能已經係撞咗下嚟先㗎啦。
有陣時咧，你見前面架車後邊架車側邊架車有啲大動作嘅話，你都驚埋一份咧，就變咗幾架車一齊。
係啦，98號係邊個啊？睇睇先，李家道。澳門嘅車手係啦。
The Paul Van's car looks pretty heavily damaged.
點解想開到門咧？係想救個人出嚟，個人唔知係咪仲喺裏邊喎？睇翻呢個後邊睇，哇！唉，大鑊啦！真係。
後邊啲車咧塞晒啦，過唔到啊！
炒埋啲咧就炒埋接晒啊！車頭全部。啊！呢度又唔見好多錢啊，陰公。仲有好多先，
會又唔見好多時間，
好多個。
Coming from the outside once again. That's another superb start from Lam Wai-hung. He was leading. He was leading the first time around. This time not quite so good, and in fact Chuang has been able to hold him off side by side there.
好啦，咁啊第一個彎道入翻過嚟
，going through the reservoir bend, and Chuang is in the lead. And it looks like
跟住後邊好似冇逆強喎，讓馬全啦。
Well, it looks like
第幾先？
Lam Wai-hung is in fact down in 3rd place.
頭先講嗰度啊，
Cement dust gets kicked up, and in fact he's about to be posted to 4th as I think it's Ricky Mo comes up to take him. No, Ricky Mo now having a look up the inside of Chung as they come into this Boa bend. And right behind them is that other Honda Civic, and that's Yung Ma Chuan, which he started on the outside of the front row, and he's got dropped down to 4th place.
亂撞大家都冇益㗎嘛。
係啦。
He got himself back up to 3rd, having got past Lam Wai-hung and car number 10, the blue Honda Civic, as they stream up the hill and away from San Francisco, heading up towards Utility Bend now. Car number 20 there, having a look up the inside, that's Chen Qi-sing. So fast and furious start here to the Macau Cup race, and no information as yet on our timing screens as to how many laps it is, so therefore we must presume it's still a 10-lapper, which is a surprising decision. Based on them delaying other races over till tomorrow. Anyway, up the front we have Chuang Hukong, winner of last year's race, looking for back-to-back victories. And last year only 7 cars made it through to the finish. Hopefully we won't have a similar situation to that this year. Plenty of action though, up and down the circuit.
I have to say Chung is driving very smoothly. He's looking like a winner already. This is only on lap 1.
改裝嗰啲嘢，咁所以好多時啲車可以行街啊，或者即係
真係揾呢架車可能啊兩部車喎呢
度。睇楊華全喎，咦似乎後邊俾邊個隊都好添喎。
Alongside Yung Ma Chuan，
距離其實大家都好近㗎，某幾組咧係可以話走埋堆嚟睇。
林偉雄應該係係啦，林偉雄啊，係啦，冇錯啦。
Lam Wai-hung in 4th。
藍色車嗰架攝一攝。
Looking further back down the field there, there's car number 22, and that's Leung Kwai-ching.
好啦，落到法格灣㗎啦。
Come down to the Melco hairpin
見到咧
for the first time.
啊，架車咧暫時咧都喺應該係第5位㗎。
Pretty close together. The front 3 breaking away. Very much close together. Here comes the Toyota though. And that's Chung into Fisherman's Bend. Nice smooth entry. Very nice. Lets the car run out wide. Not too close to the walls. Just letting the car do the work here.
coming down to the fast section of the circuit, but he's not losing Ricky Mo. Ricky Mo definitely staying in touch with him.
雖然呢項賽事咧，豐田車咧比較少啊，
not too much work at the wheel, not too much sorrow. We see he takes a nice
豐田有啲保料嚟到佢啲車，頭先贏一場，而家
Ricky Mo definitely living with him, and the other two are being dropped now as they cross the line for the first lap. And Chung leading from
好啦，經過第一圈咧就張浩江咧係大家頭啦，咁比第二位嘅梅強咧有0.9秒嘅優勢，咁第三位咧就楊華全，咁第四位咧就林偉雄啊，咁呢一個次序咧就係差唔多同開始嘅時候咧個起步係差唔多嘅。
Brian Willock is up to 13th place, which is pretty good. Lo Hung Kui is up to 7th, and now very close. Ricky Mo having a look, just having a think about where he might make a move on Chung Hu Kong. Through Lisboa, Ricky Mo very tidy. I must say he takes a tighter line through the corners than Chung. He seems to have the car slightly better balanced, I would say. He's driving well. They're both driving very well, very smoothly. But it just looks to me as though Ricky Mo is able to take a slightly tighter line through the corners. And I think that Chung is definitely going to have to on his plate as we get into the later stages of this race.
And I'm sorry to interrupt the commentary, but we do have a small announcement for those of you waiting to see the Baby Huey show, which was scheduled to kick off around this time. We do apologise because of the overrun of the Macau Grand Prix. We're now running about 2 hours behind schedule. The Baby Huey show has been cancelled. Our programme will wrap up at the conclusion of this race, which will be 10 laps at the most, possibly less, 6 or 8. Nevertheless, this race will take us through to the end of the programme.
Any accident he might have, so just follow him for a while, not think about passing, and reel off some of the laps before making a challenge.
We've got a straggler, I think, as we're looking at the lead battle here, but the white flags are being waved there, and that generally means either there's a course car on the circuit, or it means that there's a stricken car on the circuit, and I think I just saw a stricken car going round the corner in front of that pack. I didn't see who it was, nor how far down the field it was, but just look at the way that Chung is sliding it back into that car through the corners. He really is leaning on it. He's giving it everything he's got. Under braking, you see the thing jumping around. There's that repaired car. Number 6 of Tong Kwai Man, he's down in 14th place.
不過佢而家咧就喺第14位喎排緊。
Well, we'll see who doesn't come around next time. And then we'll know who our missing driver was. But a gaggle of Toyotas together there. Brian Willock amongst them. Meanwhile,
落翻嚟下低咧係見到梅強同張浩江咧距離咧亦都係拉遠咗㗎啦。
似乎張浩江咧his technique is what's letting him down. He's taking a tighter line. 因為10個圈嘅賽事啊，希望咧盡量前段咧賺多啲，咁後段咧佢唔使俾佢追到緊咧，就出錯機會就減少啦。 Slide out a little bit more, just using the car to do the work.
好啦，完成咗2圈嘅賽事啦，進入第3圈嘅比賽，咁啊張浩江依然帶頭啦，咁啊楊華全咧就呢個楊華全咧係同埋呢個梅強咧係都拉得好緊嘅後邊都。
253.346 that lap by Chung, and that's quick. That's over a second faster than the fastest lap we saw.
張浩江嘅距離咧同上個圈0.9咧已經係增到去到2.3㗎啦。
Very, very good pace. Last year's fastest lap was by Jack Thom, and that was a 252.85. So we're getting pretty close to it. Only half a second off on his first flying lap for Chung.
睇到跟住咧22號車。
Yeah, this cement dust is really causing an awful lot of problem here. It must be quite unnerving to drive hard at that wall of cement dust with your foot flat to the boards.
但係而家咧頭車同二車咧就相距咧係2秒鐘多啲啦，但係咧同第3架車開始呢係有成10幾秒嘅距離啦嚇，後邊啲車咧真係爭一段好長嘅。其實而家頭6名啦，冚唪唥都係香港熟悉嘅車手，除咗積達康之外。
Yeah, and in third place is Yung Ma Chuen in car number 2.
佢哋咧喺呢一組咧又另起一個新嘅戰場嚇。
In car 10, the one who made the demon start to the first leg. It seems to me as though he has disappeared. So I wonder whether he was the car that was stricken, because he hasn't come around to complete lap 2. and we've already had the top 16 go through. So I think it was probably Lamb who went missing. Meanwhile, Jack Thong is up into 4th place from a lowly 15th in qualifying, 16th in qualifying. So from 16th to 4th in 2 laps, albeit with a few cars on the front, having been removed by accidents and incidents. But nevertheless, yes, in fact, here he comes. It is indeed Lamb coming into the pits now, and the car looking a bit second-hand. 2 of them coming in fact. So the other one being Lake Kit Mang.
而家嘅形勢咧就暫時頭位咧都係張浩光、胡奕強等等㗎，未見到有咩特別位置嘅變動。反位啦，後邊咧有幾組嘅車咧係鬥得好緊嘅，譬如咧係呢個第4同第5位之爭啦，積達康同梁貴清啦。咁啊，而家梁貴清咧雖然俾盧鴻標過咗，就到盧鴻標啦同積達康之爭啦嚇。希望盧鴻標咧可以即係過到去啦，行直路。
He's put some distance between his Toyota and that of Ricky Mo's.
反為1、2位之爭咧放遠咗啫，
平淡咗喎，1、2位而家距離。冇錯啦，希望胡奕強咧係瞓順啲上翻嚟咧，威脅下張浩光好啦。如果唔係咧，張浩光就變咗咧係油車河咁啊。
係啦。
Driving a Honda Civic, and I think at this rate he could.
好啦，完成咗3個圈，咁啊進入第4圈賽事啊，張浩光依然帶頭，胡奕強擺喺第2位，咁啊相距咧有1.9秒，即係接近2秒啦。
咁佢哋而家做咗最快嘅時間咧，每圈咧2分53.幾啊，即係個成績咧就比起試車嘅時候好咗好多啦。
但係比頭先啲澳門車都唔爭一橛喎。
其實都已經快咗少少快頭先。
He's 1.9 seconds behind, but that's pretty quick.
一定會揸越快嘅，呢個唔使問嘅呢個。
More or less. And third is Young Chuan, fourth Jack Thong now up to 4th place and only 0.8 of a second behind Young. So watch out for Jack Thong.
即係可能揸得唔係幾好啦，唔應該咁早抽出，應該隊貼先至抽出嚟。
Young that last lap a 10th of a second. He'll need to go a little bit quicker than that. But here he is. You see Young in car number 2, and then right behind him is Jack Thong, and up out of Lisboa and up towards San Francisco. Behind them, Lo Hung Pui, then it's Leung Kwai Ching going through there as well. But this battle now, the one to focus on between Young and Jack Thong. And Jack Thong very quickly last year, as Jeff mentioned, obviously got a bit between his teeth again. Very similar cars that they're running. These 2 Honda Civics, and it'll be very interesting. Come down to a battle of wills between these 2 drivers in very similarly matched cars. Meanwhile, at the front we've got the 2 Toyotas of Chung and Ricky Mo. They're working that ball, and that's Chung. Chung's made a mistake. He's lost it. There's a lot of steam coming out of the car. He's obviously damaged the radiator in the impact, but you can see he's severely bent the suspension. So Chung looks like he's gone in, and it's happened recently because there are the 2nd and 3rd place cars. So we just missed the incident, but Ricky Mo obviously has inherited the lead. Waved yellow flagged because that's not, the car is in a dangerous position, but it's not a position necessarily which would force a red flag. And the last thing that the race organisers want here is a red flag. But they're going to need to get out there, the course workers, and move that car because it is in a dangerous position. You can see what's happened. He's come out of the left-hander. A little bit hot. He's hit the outside concrete wall, and the car has come to. Looks like the brakes are locked on. He may well still have it in gear. But well, no sign of a red flag, and that's a courageous decision by the race organisers. Everybody knows where the car is now, so nobody should be hitting it. As they come through, they know that where the gap is, and racing drivers, by and large, they learn where the car is. They'll make sure not to hit it again next time. There's plenty of yellow flags to warn about it. But meanwhile, Ricky Mo now is the new leader.
咁胡奕強咧就完成咗係第4個圈㗎啦，咁開始緊第5個圈，咁總共賽事咧就係10個圈嘅啫。
Some 17 seconds up the road from Young Ma Chun.
胡奕強咧就順利咧就係取代咗張浩光嘅位置，張浩光真係唔抵啊！咁啊試車又係最快，跟住嚟到咧係一路帶咗幾個圈，因為自己嘅車同埋係冇人可以配合得住。
係啦，其實佢離開
dropped out a little bit there. 睇楊華全而家先嚟咁啊，傷佢嘅時間咧，話都成10幾秒喎，接近17秒啊，16.9秒。咁啊，因為張學剛嘅意外咧，就大家都順升1級啦。咁啊，楊華全咧進佔咗第2位。咁而呢個積達康咧就喺第3位，羅清咧就第2位。
Back off. You're coming around a blind bend with a car in the middle of the road. You really have to use a bit of caution there.
Yeah, so the threatened battle between Yung Ma Chuen and Jack Thong is not happening at the moment. Jack Thong is being dropped by Yung Ma Chuen. Meanwhile, Ricky Mo is some 16, nearly 17 seconds clear of those two. Fair bit of that,
因為當時咧佢打緊頭咧，就可能對佢就唔係咁多注意啦，因為睇下後邊啲車鬥好㗎。
So obviously they're going to bunch the field up with the safety car, but the reason for that, of course, is because the car of Chung Kong is still stuck in the middle of the road. Where exactly is that he's gone off? It looks to be beyond the Solitude S's.
終於啦，而家咧係要揾車拖佢啦。
其實應該揾到幾個人托起佢。打橫搬佢。
And apologies once again for interrupting. Another reminder, the Baby Huey show has been cancelled because the Macau Grand Prix, as I'm sure you've noticed, has overrun by more than 2 hours. Our program will wrap up at the conclusion of this race. Once again, the Baby Huey show has been cancelled. Back to Macau.
因為揦咗個頭碌完全轉咧轉唔到彎，
getting on with the program.
入邊個頭碌係唔轉㗎。
Obviously,
可能個車可能係尾碌條。
stands to lose a fairly substantial lead here, nearly 17 seconds.
頭碌應該仲低佢
It doesn't appear that the safety car is attempting to pick up the leader. I think maybe just going to the incident and making sure that it's dealt with efficiently.
你睇佢過完呢個法家灣咧，後邊啲車有排都未到啊！入之後即係冇力強咧，就第1位，楊馬轉係第2位，咁而積達康咧第3位，龍標咧就第4位，梁貴清係第5位啊！排名咧就暫時都不變，而且之間咧相距一段時間嘅距離啊，咁所以要追翻上咧都唔係話咁容易。
咁啊第6位啊，昌義啊
Lo Hung Pui in 4th. Who seems to be now
翻嚟咧就係已經係完成咗第4個圈就去到第5個㗎啦啊！呢邊咧就係睇到張浩江嘅車啦，掃咗下右尾。
Who's the man to watch in 4th place, who was 1.1 seconds behind Jack Thong at the end of that last lap, but he's a lot closer this time round. Ricky Mo crosses the line. And as you say, the safety car not coming out to pick up the leader, but to obviously to go to the accident site.
Yes, stationary yellows here.
後邊車尾咧仲未啊。
And you can see the race pace has dropped off on lap 5. Ricky Mo going round the 2
第2位楊華全啦，第3位積達康啦，第4位盧鴻標啦。
過咗個彎咧先至架第楊華全嘅車先入彎，
係啦，跟住楊貴清啦，梁貴清、昌義啦，都係
because you've got stationary yellows
有機會喎，
佢絕對有機會追貼咗好多。
佢時間真係快
喺呢度高速嗰段咧，如果都可以跟到5貼咧，喺低速嗰度咧應該仲跟得貼啲嘅。咁過多2個圈可以有機會過到佢。
Followed by Jack Tong from Thailand, who's now being pursued in by Lo Hung Pui.
話用到好盡啦，盧標
第4位啊，盧標緊住第4位。咁追住咧係後邊啊，黃色車後邊啦，黃色車係盧標啊，白色車就係積達康。咁啊睇下佢呢組嘅鬥法如何啦。
So not really able to make much of an impression on him. Meanwhile, Lo Hung Pui matching.
哇！咁快想插隊
under braking there, enormously right on his boot.
個左尾都
he took
白色旗即係有一架 official 嘅車啦，工作車啊或者救生車啊喺度跑道上面要小心啦。過咗去。哇！又係嗰度過咗去喎，真係好嘢喎！呢個可能係阿標叔叔個最中意嗰個彎嚟嘅，我聽日都喺嗰度嚟啊！呢一場已經睇到佢2次呢位過啊，頭先過嚟貴清，而家咧過到個積達康啦。
And possibly Jack Tong will be
少有啊，即係高人膽大
喎。係啦，
梁貴清嗰度大家自己有咧就可能讓啦，但係呢個咧就真係泰國高手啦，你應該唔會讓㗎啦。
不過佢就好有信心啊，即係知道晒自己嘅車啊各方面啊。如果唔係咧，呢啲如果一唔讓大家冚一困嘅時候咧，就未必大家着數啊，可能有埋佢上。咁但係盧標係好有經驗嘅車手，而家以前亦都贏過唔少嘅賽事㗎。
Well, it could be that he sold in the past there and let him through, and then ultimately that would lead to some sort of disqualification. we'll have to let them sort that out in the stewards'
通常啲頭碌車如果係逼得好盡入彎咧，裏邊嗰個尾碌咧會離地嘅少少。但係如果你鎖頭碌嘅，即係太多。
down about 15.5 seconds, but
如果
Ricky Mo
後
really
碌車
comfortable at
轉
the
呢
front
彎
of
咧
the field.
有啲
Under no real pressure at the moment. He's only got to drive his own race, and he can come home clearly in front. Here we are. Here's the safety car on the track here as the second place man passes. Running in third place on the road, but with a big question mark over his position in the race for a possible technical infringement.
Yeah,
I think Jack Thong realised that Lohan was quicker than him. He was 7 tenths faster on the lap before, but so he wasn't really going to get in his way, realising that of course Lohan had clearly not realised he wasn't supposed to pass on the yellow flag. However, it's a bit of a high-risk strategy for Jack Thong because of course it means he's got one more car to pass before it's between himself and Yung Ma Chuen. So Jack Thong
咦，我哋見唔到龍
only
標
able
嘅
to
車
lap
嘅。
around 2:58 at the moment. Lo Hung Pui a super lap that last time around at 2:55.606.
係啦，遮住咗
But the
啫。
fastest lap still is by Ricky Mo. In fact, no. Yes, the fastest lap still by Ricky Mo.
一秒到嘅啫，1秒多少少嘅啫。
兩個老友啊，又有機會追到上
quite a
去。
bit since then. We're
標
lapping
速會唔
some
會咧喺翻上邊
3
啦？
or 4
佢重
seconds
新
a lap slower than
嗰
that.
個咧係
It could be.
佢
I
個
think
機
that
會
Ricky
位嗰度
Mo's
咧係個
has
人啦。
decided to take it easy. Seems to roll
不過
the
而家
pace
暫
off
時
a
距離
bit.
咧比較
He
遠
can give
啲
them
啊。
plenty of time now. There isn't
你
a
留
lot
心下呢
longer to
扎
go
車
in
咧
this
嗰個
race,
避
and
震嘅 set up
he
啦，
could
比
give
頭
them
先
a
即係
signal to a lap
另外
without
澳門
having
杯
to
嗰啲
worry
車啦，
about
先進好多。即係雖然係同類型嘅車，
about
但
that.
係可
He's
能呢
got
扎車即
sufficient
係廠車
advantage.
多，咁而
In
且
other
咧
words,
嗰
he's
個
driving a
連貫系統
conservative race, I would guess,
教
and
咧
he's
亦都
driving
比
for
澳
a
門杯
finish
嘅車好
now.
好多，順好
冇
多。
Yeah,
澳門
the
杯都
top
養
10 at
啊
the
養啊
moment
好
then
叫都唔緊
is
要，
Ricky
養都唔
Mo
緊要。
leading
澳
from
門杯
Yung
嗰啲
Ma
好多
Chuen
單
in
攻
second,
過
Lo
下，避
Hung
震
Pui
內特別
third,
係拉長
Jack
嗰下
Thong is fourth,
rebound 嗰個
Lung
熟
Kwai
咁
Chin
多
is
車需要
fifth,
立下咁樣，好
Zhong
慘。
Yi is sixth, Lei Chong Seng is seventh, Chan Ka Seng is
咁形成咧
eighth,
前邊咧
Chung
嚇
Chi Sing
無翼強咧
is
就遊
in
車河
ninth
咁
place,
一個人，
and
周
Tom
圍咧
Kwai
真係
Man
冇人可以
is
到佢
10th
啦。
with
咁睇
Brian
嚟咧，佢
Willett,
應該穩穩陣陣，唔
quite
好隻張浩
respectable
江咁咧
11th
喺
place.
冇特別嘅對手壓迫佢之後咧，自己出錯啊，或者汽
Holds
車
the
基
fastest
建冇
lap
問
so
題咧，
far,
呢
started
一項賽事咧，
third
澳門
place on
杯
the
咧，佢
grid,
應該
but
咧就十拿九
well,
穩㗎
that
啦。
mistake
係啦，
which was made by Chung
但係
Hu
其實佢已經
Kong.
放慢咗少少，你睇佢條路都
He
冇
inherited the lead from him after Chung
佢
Hu
咧
Kong
上
hit
個圈
the
咧都
wall
係揸到2
between
分57多
between
少少嘅
Solitude
啫。
S's
係啦，已經慢咗，已經放慢咗。
Moorish Hill, and Ricky Mo capitalising, making hay while the sun shines again, giving about a second and a half a lap to the second place man Yung Ma Chuen, but he could afford to because he's got 15 seconds advantage. We're working lap 7, coming to the completion of lap 7 shortly to go on to lap 8, so just 3 more laps to go in this race, and Ricky Mo looking pretty comfortable. And the thing's pretty stable as well for second and third, unfortunately. That battle is really just not setting the light at all.
係張浩江
No, I
呢
think
個無翼
Ricky
強啊
Mo's
張
tactics
浩
are
江
very
較早
much
前咧已經
vindicated
咧
here, and I
係
think what I
我
was
真係唔明
remarking
啊，諗嚟
earlier
諗
on
去啊，
was
嗰個位
to
置
嗰度
late
我相信係
Chung
甩
Hu
尾，因為右尾嗰度崩咗埋去，睇佢
run
車
round the
個
front, just keep him under pressure, move around in his mirrors and try and unsettle him, and obviously the tactic works because he went in the fence up at the back here in the town, and Ricky Mo from that moment
好啦，
on
完成埋
with
咧
his
第7
lights
個圈，
ablaze across the start
我行
finish
緊第8
line,
個圈啦。
really has had an untroubled event.
Yeah, that last lap, another 2:58 dead for Ricky Mo, so he's backed off the gas quite a bit. Yung Ma Chuen going through in 2:55.5, so
因為佢之前
2.5
贏得多啊，
seconds
佢搞完贏
more.
15秒、14
They
秒，雖
close
然而家
up
佢縮
on
小
Ricky
翻，
Mo,
之後架車
but he's
放
still
慢
got
咗，
12
都有
seconds in
30
hand
秒超過
with
10秒嘅
another 3 laps to go. Lo Hung Pui in third place, Jack Thong dropping back from Lo Hung Pui now. He's 3.7 seconds
再
behind
後邊咧就
the
直達康泰國車
Hong Kong
手，
driver, Jack
跟
Thong
住
from
梁貴清。
Thailand. Last year's fastest lap, but he's not going to get it this year from the looks of things. He's lapping around 2:57.8, which is just not quick enough at all. There you see him.
But we did see in the ACB Trophy race 2 or 3 red mist laps at the end, and the driver was able to come through from way back. So if you can start taking those 3-4 seconds a lap out of the leader, it's still possible to pull it off, although it looks beginning to look now like a very tall order.
Yes, it's beginning to look very much as though Ricky Mo has this race in the bag. We didn't see exactly what happened to Chung Hu Kong that caused him to go into the wall, whether it was any form of contact with Ricky Mo, but Ricky Mo's car, there it is, it looks pretty undamaged to me. I don't think there was any contact, I think it must have been Chukwu going off by himself. But of course, Ricky Mo was behind him at the time, and very close behind him at the time. So it would be interesting. I wish we could see a replay because it'd be interesting to see how he managed to get past the car. Because Chukwu ended up very much in the centre of the road, didn't he?
Well, that's one of the dangers when you're pressuring the guy in front, because if he does make a mistake, you can very rapidly become involved in his accident. But Ricky Mo obviously found his way through that accident and in short order, really. Although it would appear that Mo has had, it looks like a little bit of contact on the driver's door there. Whether that's from some other incident is hard to say at this point. But he's not really been around any other cars on the track, so he does seem to have a dent on the offside. And it's possible that some contact was made.
That's an interesting point. I noticed that. Yes, it does look.
喺澳門咧，最大嘅問題就係呢樣啦。 大家都知道盡啲快啲係好啲，但係你可以完全唔可以少少咁踏過咗自己嘅界。因為一個就中招，一中招玩完係啦，就退出。
And that's Kong Hao Ming and Manuel Yong. We've got just 13 cars still running in this race. And
壓住個胎咁爆咗胎咁就玩啦。
壓住你就算冚到埋坑坑拎啊，個拉紋一歪少少啊，你已經就算。 快得標就嚟到啦，即係已經慢咗好多啦，因為少少教到好準好啱先得咁樣車，過咗後邊嗰架車。
Across the start finish line now, complete lap 8. A 256.7 there from Ricky Mo, so he's turned the wick up a little bit. That's a good 1.3 seconds faster than his previous lap. Yung Ma Chuan goes across now, 254.390. So he's picking up the pace as well. Lo Hung Pui goes across in 256.361, so he's dropping back a little bit. Jack Thong dropping back as well. Not able to match the pace of Lo Hung Pui, but Ricky Mo, sorry, not Ricky Mo, Yung Ma Chuan in second place is starting to mount a bit of a charge here. Well, he's 2.5 seconds a lap faster than Ricky Mo, and there are 9 seconds gap between the two of them. Here he is, Yung Ma Chuan coming down towards Lisboa for the 9th time. Just one more time will he go through that corner before this race is over, and how much closer will he have got by that time to Ricky Mo, the leader, but 66. That's Chong Yi, who was in 5th place, and 83. Who is 83? That's Manuel. Well, he was.
Well, apologies once again for interrupting the commentary. Just a quick announcement. Those of you who are waiting to see Animaniacs this afternoon at around this time, apologies, that program has been cancelled because of the duration of the Macau Grand Prix, now running about 2 hours behind schedule. Our coverage, though, will wrap up at the conclusion of this race. Once again, Animaniacs has been cancelled.
Driving a fairly controlled race, he must know that his pursuers are sufficiently far behind that all he's got to do is relax a little bit, maybe run a couple of seconds off the pace. He can give a few seconds away without beating the car up, because those guys that are in hot pursuit now will be using up the tyres at a spectacular rate. Every second they take off him, they're taking something out of the car. And he must be planning to keep his car in good shape, his tyres in good shape, to bring him home to the finish.
Yep, Ricky Mo leading by 9.6 seconds from Yung Ma Chuan as they crossed the line last time, but Yung Ma Chuan lapping 2.5 seconds a lap faster. Let's have a look now, see what the gap is. There goes Ricky Mo out of the Melco, and here's Yung Ma Chuan. I would put that at about, it's difficult to tell, probably 7.5 seconds, something like that. Meanwhile, Lo Hung Pui has closed up quite a bit on Yung Ma Chuan. Jack Thong is holding station about 3.5 seconds behind, but we look to see as they come down the slope. And there is Yung Ma Chuan, and there is Lo Hung Pui. No, it's not Lo Hung Pui. That's the back marker. I beg your pardon, so we misread that slightly. In fact, Yung Ma Chuan pulled away from Lo Hung Pui. There's Lo Hung Pui behind it, yet with the yellow stripes on the front of his Honda Civic as Ricky Mo crosses the line to complete lap 9 and go into the last lap, 257.8. That last lap from Ricky Mo. Still 3.5 seconds slower than his own fastest lap for the race, which he set back on lap 3.
同埋咧帶頭嘅張浩江咧就無管咧自己嘅錯誤咧就導致咧係我咁啊更加咧係順風順水啊。
He's certainly on the case and he's throwing the car down. Look at the sun in his eyes down there, going down to the Lisboa. He's doing everything.
我哋可以睇到啦，佢哋而家呢車 CC 嘅車啦，啲彎其實好好啊。以前過呢個彎咧，嗰啲彎打冚啦，遊下遊下咁，而家咧我咬住地下可以。 完全唔受嗰個頭嘅影響。
Looking at Young Machuen going through Lisboa now, looking again at Ricky Mo, the race leader, going for the last time up the hill, going down towards Maternity Bend, through towards the Solitude S's.
啲彎道入邊咧，其實咧都有工作人員喺度㗎，咁所以我見到咧，就算喺彎道上面發生意外咧，都係啲工作人員咧可以立即出嚟幫手㗎。
Chung Hukong crashed out of it, and another car expired down there. That looks like the runoff area at Lisboa. That is quite a smoky mess. We had 11 cars still running at the start of that last lap. So not quite the attrition rate we saw last year, where only 7 finished, but well, we're down to 10 now.
That car's gone up the estate road down. To get off the circuit.
事態發展係點咧？暫時睇唔到啦，因為咧鏡頭嚟我哋捕捉翻係前列嘅車啊。我睇翻
So Ricky Mo coming up through Moorish. That's Brian Willock's car just disappearing through the frame. He's down in 11th place.
佢到咗啦，咁啊跟住咧轉翻落去啦，冇幾耐就落快夾彎，快夾彎翻嚟咧就等呢個格仔騎啦。
Disparity in lap times really quite amazing. Brian Willock's last lap of 3:05.183 as compared to Ricky Mo at 2:57.801. So quite a big difference between the lap times here at Macau for these Macau Cup cars. And just remind you that especially this trophy especially designed for homologated Group A saloons and is open to drivers with international licenses from Southeast Asian countries. So very competitive field, and Ricky Mo coming through.
好啦，梅奕強咧係翻返嚟咧，就係格仔旗咧招呼佢啦。今年咧呢個終點嘅裁判咧有格仔旗配位嘅格仔衫啊，相當搶眼。
And a very well-judged victory. He's driven very smoothly. He's done everything he had to do and nothing more. Brian Willock avoids being lapped and he crosses the line in what I believe will be 9th place. 9th and the last of the cars not to be lapped. Young Machuen crosses the line 7.8 seconds behind. And third we have Lo Hong Pui, some 13 seconds behind the race leader. And 5.7 seconds behind Young Machuen. Still waiting for Jack Thong to come round, and obviously this gap has gone right out between Lo Hong Pui and Jack Thong. Haven't seen him come through yet. It was last year where we only had 7. Shown on the screens is Kong Hao Ming, 12th Manuel Ao Yong, and 13th Chong Yi, some 2 laps down. And the other retirements, Manuel Manao, Chung Hu Kong.
6 盞、8 盞、10 盞登着。